Hello world, Geriatric Geek here. How in the heck are you? I hope you're doing great. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Today is the 6th of October 2024. Beautiful Sunday morning here in North Las Vegas. It's going to be in the about 103 or so today again, but it's coming down. It's creeping down. Anyway, hey, thank you so much for coming along today. Today we have, you know, some pickups, some good pickups. Uh, this is kind of going to be an independent film, most of these movies, but I love watching independent films. The mainstream stuff is good, but sometimes this independent stuff is hilarious. So bad it's good. Sometimes really good. So you just never know what you're going to get with independent films. So let me show you what I picked up. We'll talk a little bit about it, and yeah, we'll get right into it. Oh, by the way, this weekend, Friday night, Saturday night, let me show you, was the 4th annual World Drive-In Jamboree, hosted by Joe Bob himself. Um, and it takes place at let me show you who showed up the night I was there. Friday night I was there, and John Carpenter showed up. All these other guests were there also. Many of them I've seen before, but if you ever get a chance to go to the World Drive-In Jamboree, hosted by none other than Joe Bob and of course Diane, the Darcy, the male girl, I should say. Anyway, Friday night, great time. I wish I could have stayed all night. They actually went till sun up, but this old guy had to get some rest. So we had some other things to do yesterday, so I wasn't able to go yesterday, or last night. But if you ever get a chance, you should check it out for movie lovers everywhere. Anyway, let's get into this first thing up. It's going to be, like I said, a bunch of independent stuff. One of the best films of this year, says uh, DasmanFest.com. It's called The Syndrome. Look at that. That is nasty looking. The Syndrome is 96 minutes from 2021. This is a Russian horror, apparently. About half the people that watch it like it. In the shadowed streets of an old city, a chilling pattern emerges as serial suicides grip the city. Karina and Yegor, haunted by the past tragedies, unite to confront the enigmatic force behind the deaths, the man in white. Victims claim he foretells their demise, driving them to madness. As the pair delves into the city's dark underbelly, they navigate mental institutions, unearth secrets, and confront their own fears. With each encounter, they edge closer to the truth, but risk becoming victims themselves. In a race against time, they must unravel the mystery before they, too, fall prey to the spectral menace lurking in the shadows. It says thrilling and atmospheric, a haunting masterpiece. Kind of the stuff I like. I love very atmospheric things, and especially, atmospheric is one of my favorite kind. Love a good atmosphere. There's the back and the front again. Called The Syndrome, a Russian film release. Next up, from the same company, Leo Mark, which really is new to me. Maybe it's not new to you, but I've never heard of them. This is the best British horror in years, it says. Makes the Texas Chainsaw Massacre look like a picnic. Movie called Inbred. It even got a chainsaw. Inbred, R-rated, 98 minutes from 2011. It's a British horror, as I said, / comedy. Again, about half the people that watch it liked it. English cult director Alex Chandon delivers a true genre hit with Inbred, where no prisoners are taken, featuring explicit gore scenes, gallons of blood, and the darkest black humor. Inbred proves to be a cult film of a special class that will soon be mentioned in the same breath as films like The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Hostel, 2001 Maniacs, and Wrong Turn. Inbred is horror in a new dimension, wild, brutal, and simply in a class of its own. Rating: especially bloody. Four young offenders and their care workers visit the remote Yorkshire village of Mortlake, which prides on keeping itself to itself. A minor incident with locals rapidly escalates into a blood-soaked, deliriously warped nightmare. Inbred. Now, of course, if you've seen or heard of any of these movies and have an opinion about them, please feel free to share your comments. I'd appreciate your comments below. Inbred. Next up, get rid of that notification. Alright. Next up, now I don't normally buy David Sterling's production stuff. It's independent, yes. I don't. There's a bunch of them I don't like, but I had to get this one for a very good reason. You'll see why. You'll see why. You may be able to see it right on the cover there. Axe Grinder 2. Axe Grinder 2 is 80 minutes long, from 2019, and of course it's a horror film. But it stars, or has in it, Sean C. Phillips. Sean C. Phillips. That's right, the YouTuber. And in this movie, he is known as, of course, Sean C. Phillips on YouTube is called Cool Duder. In this movie, he's known as Duder, apparently. Duder. I could not pick it up quick enough, because his stuff is a little over the top, let's say. Two women are hiking in the woods and taking pics of each other. Little do these hot women know that standing in front of them is the axe-wielding maniac, Freddie Palmer. When girls go in the woods with nice bodies and lustful thoughts, they never come back. Freddie is back, ready to kill, unleashing a slasher orgy on poor, unsuspecting souls. Legendary cult producer David Sterling, who also did Camp Blood and Witchcraft, and the king of the sequel, director Dustin Ferguson, take horror to a whole new level. Starring Sean C. Phillips. There he is. There he is. Of course, Sean was in another Sterling Entertainment film, Camp Blood, which I've seen. And I thought he was going to, he should have been in this one. So, yeah, there's that. And I thought might see him in this one, but it doesn't look like he's in it. The reason I got this is because I thought he might be in it, but I didn't really do a lot of research. Camp Blood 3, First Slaughter. Camp Blood 3, First Slaughter. Now, Sean was in Camp Blood, but he does not appear to be in this one. Kelsey Kaufman, Sarah Ryan, Houston Baker. So, Camp Blood 3, First Slaughter is 72 minutes from 2014, and it's a slasher horror film. Does not get great reviews. Summertime, Time to Die. A group of students on a class assignment travel to the infamous Camp Blood woods in the hopes of debunking a local legend. Despite warnings, they continue on and find that the Camp Blood killer may be more than simply myth. Real terror awaits, and as this assignment could be their last. Camp Blood 3. we'll check it out. You know, like I said, David Sterling stuff for me is not always my favorite. Excuse me while I get a little sip of water. All right. Next up, 4K Ultra HD from Severin. It's another kind of a funny one. The Great Alligator. Although the movie's about crocodiles, from what I understand. The Great Alligator is not rated, 89 minutes from 1979. Of course, it's an Italian horror, but it has Barbara Bach in it. That's why I'm here. No. The Great Alligator, an undiscovered gem. It blends the tropes of Jaws rip-offs, the Italian cannibal genre, and Irwin Allen disaster films with non-stop carnage, says academic. There are 2 discs in here, one the 4K and one Blu-ray, with a whole bunch of special features on, apparently. The worldwide UHD premiere with 2+ hours of special features. Wow. Let's see. Director Sergio Martino combines a monster reptile with an all-star Euro cult cast for one of the most outrageously entertaining Italian jungle carnage movies of them all. At the opening of a tropical resort, a photographer, an anthropologist played by Barbara Bach, she also did The Spy Who Loved Me, and an arrogant hotelier, Mel Ferrer, who was also in Eaten Alive, are besieged by hostile natives, obnoxious tourists, and a gargantuan river beast that intends to devour them all. It's newly scanned in 4K from the original negative. One of the best crocodile / alligator movies ever. Shamelessly raunchy, with great atmosphere, beautiful cinematography, and an Italian eye for detail that sets it apart. Now, I believe I've seen this movie. It's been so long. It's been a long time. I believe this came out, like I said, 1979. And I do believe I've seen it, but I can't wait to check it out in 4K. Have you seen The Alligator? The Great Alligator? Let me know. Let me know. Next up, Janet Blair, Peter Weingard, and Margaret Johnston. Do the undead demons of hell still arise to terrorize the world, is the question? Burn, witch, burn. Now this is a Kino Lorber Studio Classic release. Excuse me. Not rated, 89 minutes, 87. Oh, it has two. It has two versions on here. The U.S. and the European release. So one's 89, one's 87 minutes. It's in black and white from 1962. Of course, British horror. This is also known as, in Europe, as Night of the Eagle. Night of the Eagle. Let's see. Brand new HD master by Studio Canal. Burn, Witch, Burn, also known as Night of the Eagle, throws Janet Blair and Peter Weingard into a supernatural world of madness and dreams when ancient rites produce terrifying wrongs. A successful college professor, played by Weingard, raises hell when his pretty wife, played by Blair, turns out to be a powerful witch, who claims that all his achievements are just a little something she cooked up. But when the skeptical teacher forces her to give up her spooky spells, a rival witch soon steps in to set a match to his happiness. Now he can only watch in terror as his career, his home, and even his wife threaten to go up in smoke as he barrels toward one of the most chilling final showdowns in horror history. Turn down the lights, curl up tight, and watch this all-time fright classic from legendary Twilight Zone writers Charles Beaumont and Richard Matheson in stunning high definition. This, like I said, contains both the US and the UK versions of the film. 1962. Don't remember ever seeing this one, but sounds fun. Kino keeps cranking them out. And here's a Scream Factory, Shout Factory Scream Factory release. Something I have seen and loved because it's very claustrophobic. Takes place in a big old cavern. As above, so below. R-rated, 93 minutes from 2014. Of course, it's a horror, found footage, I guess, kind of style. This is just a Blu-ray. Yeah, just a Blu-ray. And there it has a nice slip. Yeah, very atmospheric. Yeah, that's one of my favorite. Miles of twisting catacombs lie beneath the streets of Paris, the eternal home to countless souls. When a team of explorers ventures into the uncharted maze of bones, they uncover the dark secret that lies within this city of dead. A journey into madness and terror, as above, so below, reaches deep into the human psyche to reveal the personal demons that come back to haunt us all. That for me, I don't know what your greatest fears would be, but being trapped in a cave would be one of my anything claustrophobic like that really bothers me. So probably would bother me. Next up, this is a Kino Cult. This is not. I'm trying to get all of them, so I had to pick this one up eventually. Although who knows whether I'll ever watch it. This is number 7, and it stars Betty Page on at least a couple of these episodes. Teaserama, and plus Varieties and Buxom Beauties. Teaserama is not rated, from 1955, 67 minutes long. Varieties is from 1954, 71 minutes long. And Buxom Beauties is from 1956, and it's 79 minutes long. I'm going to have to read this because I don't know much about this stuff. Never seen it. Experience the golden age of burlesque in this thrilling triple feature of 1950s grindhouse classics, newly restored from the original negatives. Pin-up goddess Betty Page shares the screen with striptease legend Tempest Storm in the holy grails of full-color burlesque films, Varieties and Teaserama. Directed by Girly Pix Impresiaro Irving Klaw, the dance card includes performances by strip queens Lily St. Cyr, tantalizing Trudy Wayne, and female impersonator Vicky Lynn, interspersed with obligatory appearances by Baggy Pants Comics and Sunny Songsters. Concluding the trilogy is the 4K restoration of Klaw's Buxom Beauties, which incorporates the short film Striptease Revealed and features incendiary performances by Blaze Starr and Dorian Dennis. Never heard of them, never seen them. Picked them up because I'm a collector, and it's number 7 in the Kino Cult release lineup. Let me know, have you seen them? And finally, the last thing I got was a 4K and Blu-ray with Elizabeth Shue, Link, the 4K of Link. This is R-rated, 103 minutes from 1986. Of course, some more British horror. An experiment in terror. Elizabeth Shue, who's also in, of course, the Karate Kid, and Terrence Stamp, co-star in this suspenseful horror film directed by Richard Franklin and featuring a chilling score by legendary composer Jerry Goldsmith, who also did the Omen. Young graduate student Jane Chase, played by Shue, becomes the new assistant to an eccentric zoology professor At the remote home he shares with two brilliant chimpanzees and an elderly orangutan butler named Link. But when one of the chimps is found dead and the professor mysteriously disappears, Link becomes dangerously aggressive towards Jane. Now the time for monkey business is over and the true terror is about to begin. Link. Let me know. Have you seen it? Do you like it? I have seen it, loved it, so can't wait to check it out in 4K. So there you go, guys. Let me know in the comment section whether you liked any of that stuff, whether you've seen it. If you enjoy my videos, give me a thumbs up, a like, subscribe. Cost you nothing, and it certainly helps me out. And it's free. It's free. Hit that notification bell so that you know when I put up another video. Also, today being Sunday, and I'm feeling generous, we're gonna give somebody a chance to pick up some movies. So I'll run through these real quick. Real quick. Now this one is not sealed, but it is mint. Krampus does not have the digital code. That was removed. Krampus. Darkness Rising, still factory sealed. This is a steel book of Prisoners of the Ghostland, of course, with Nicolas Cage. This has been opened, but it's mint. It's mint. That is the 4K and the Blu-ray. And Slender Man. Slender Man, still factory sealed. Little Richard, factory sealed. Happy Gilmore, factory sealed. Factory sealed version of 4K digital code of Godzilla, Kong, The New Empire. Hellboy, factory sealed. My Friend Dahmer, factory sealed. Going to give you a lot of choices this week. A lot of choices. Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald, factory sealed. The Grudge, factory sealed. This is not factory sealed, but mint. The Complete Legacy Collection, all 6 films. Christina Ricci and Distorted, factory sealed. Cage again in Pig, factory sealed. A good movie. 2001, A Space Odyssey, factory sealed. Cinderella Man, factory sealed. Coach Carter, factory sealed. Men, factory sealed. And the last 2. Now this is 4 feature films featuring Morgan Freeman, still factory sealed. Contains The Contract, The Code, Blade, and Edison Force. And finally, Scream, with the Blu-ray and digital code. I don't know if it still works. The original Scream, factory sealed. There you go, guys. Whomever wins will get to choose 3 of those movies, and I'll send them to you cost free. The only criteria, you got to live in the United States. You got to subscribe to me, and I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button on this video. Also, you have to win, you have to use the word in the comment section, Halloween. HALLOWEEN. Use Halloween in the comments below. And next Saturday, Sunday, whenever I'm home, we'll do the YouTube comment picker, and we'll pick a winner, and I'll send the movies that you win to you. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Keep smiling. Keep having fun. Keep that positive attitude about you. And until the next time, peace.